Thanks for watching. I'm Prerna Agrawal, Technical Product Owner for The Guardian. Today we'll be giving you Guardian updates of Sprint 22 that lasted from September 19 to September 30th. Just a quick overview of the agenda. We are going to give you an update on the roadmap. We are going to be reviewing the issues that we tackled in Sprint 22 that lasted from September 19 to September 30th. Then we are going to flip over and give you the demo of the issues that we solved in Sprint 22. We are also going to be looking ahead as of week of October 3rd, which is Sprint 23. We are also going to take a look at what issues that we are going to be tackling in Sprint 23. We are also going to be talking about the upcoming releases. We are also going to be giving you some of the ways that you can submit either bugs or policy requests through various different channels. So just a quick overview of the Guardian roadmap. Again, this is open source, so anyone can see that. All you need to do is install the Zenab extension in Chrome. And when you travel to the Guardian repo, you will be able to see a tab to quickly open that up and see what's going on there. So as you can see, we are still continuing our work on multi-user roles. We are working on the API automation test suite, and we are targeting to complete in this particular sprint. Now talking about the issues that we have completed in Sprint 22. So in Sprint 22, we have committed to 73 story points and delivered 50 story points, which includes the HashiCorp implementation, which is 954, Multi-Sig block creation, which is 1251, updating the IREC and the Vera policies, 1151. We have also worked on creating the remote workflow GHG policy, which is 1313. Now let's look at the demo of Sprint 22. So the first ticket what we'll be looking at is the production readiness integrate HashiCorp Vault for most important secrets, which is 954. Currently, keys are stored in plain text in the environment or in Mongo and displayed in the UI. As a Guardian default deployment is open, this represents a significant security risk for applications deployed to production. Suggestions in our weekly call have been around the implementation of HashiCorp Vault in cluster to be able to manage these secrets rather than existing mechanism. So in order to solve this, we have implemented the HashiCorp Vault implementation in our code. So in order to implement and integrate HashiCorp, you need to make some code changes in the Visual Studio Code. Now you need to visit to auth service folder. Under the auth service folder, you need to change some of the parameters in .env or .env.docker depending on your initialization of the Guardian. If you are using or implementing Guardian from scratch, you need to make changes in .env. If we are using Docker container for initialization or of Guardian, you need to use .env.docker. So in this, the parameters which you need to change is db underscore database is equals auth underscore db. Now, if you want to do vault underscore provider, you need to make it a HashiCorp if you want to use HashiCorp to store your secret keys. Or if you want to use database to store your secret keys, you need to make this as database or HashiCorp depending on your requirement. If you want to use HashiCorp, then you need to also add all these three parameters, which is HashiCorp token, HashiCorp address, and HashiCorp namespace. So the detailed description or the information on the HashiCorp implementation is provided in our documentation, which is docs.hedera.com/guardian/getting started. In here, when you scroll down and go to how to configure HashiCorp Vault, you get complete information where, as I have specified, that you need to add all these three addresses in the auth service folder. And in addition to that, you need to also configure operator ID, operator key, IPFS storage API key in the HashiCorp UI. So if all the three parameters are already configured in your environment variable, then that has been taken automatically from there. Also, if you already have the existing user keys or your private keys in the DB and you need to move it to the Vault, you need to add import underscore key underscore from DB equals 1 and Vault underscore provider equals to HashiCorp in the same auth service folder. That was the solution for 954. Now looking ahead at the next ticket, which is 1251. This is the Multi-Sig block creation. This is basically an enhancement to the multi-user role, which we have implemented in the last sprint. So as you have created a user groups in the 1013, now we have also added a consensus condition for a user to join a particular group. To look at this, let's go to our application. Now, as you can see, I have imported _5, which is our latest and enhanced IREC policy. So I have imported the IREC policy, and now I'm running my IREC policy in the dry run. So I only have an administrator role. I create one user, which is a registrant. I go to the virtual user and I create a template as a registrant. I give a label as registrant 1. I click on OK. I just submit a registrant application. Now the registrant is waiting for the approval. Now I create one more user, an approval. So I create one approver user. I also create one more approver user. I create another approver user. So now here in the total, I have one admin, one registrant, and 3 approver users. So in order for the registrant to get approval, I need to get the approval from at least 70% of the 3 approvals. For example, I have 3 of the approvers. I click on first approver, and when I click on sign, here you can see I get the approver operation, which is nothing but as I have 3 approvers, I need to get at least 70% of the 3 approver users, which is at least 2. So to get more information, if I click here details, I see here the required number of signatures are 2. And if 2 of them decline, then my application gets declined. Or if the minimum 2 approvers get signs my application, then it is by default being approved. So this is aware of a multi-signature block, which we have implemented in this particular sprint. Now, the next ticket, what we'll be looking at is updating IREC and Vera policies as per multi-user roles, which is 1151. Currently, policies like IREC, Vera are implemented using old scenarios where we have only one admin role, which have complete admin access, and we have also implemented the multi-sig policy in our updated policies. To get the most updated policies, I would request you to visit our GitHub repo and go to demo artifacts. When you go there, we have updated IREC policies. Under the policies folder, you have IREC policy 5 group, which is an updated and the latest one, which have all the new functionalities, which is multi-user roles, multi-sig blog, and all the policies are been updated here. Now looking ahead, we have Sprint 23 coming up, which will be lasting from October 3rd to October 14th. So currently for Sprint 23, we are committing to 60 story points, which include some of the tickets, which is 1368, large enum values in the policy. We'll be also looking at 1350 VP document size and projection fields, which is nothing but the performance of improving the performance of the Guardian. We'll be working at some of the issues, which is 115, which is saving the unsafe form if error occurs, and so on and so forth. Talking about the upcoming releases, our last release was on Friday, September 30th, 2022. Our next release will be on Monday, October 31st, 2022. So there are multiple ways to reach out to us. You can reach out to us on GitHub. You can submit policy requests, enhancements, or if you find some bugs, please go ahead and mention those bugs with us so that we can get on it. Also, if you haven't joined our Discord, come and join our conversation. It's at hedera.com/discord. And when you get there, search for sustainability channel, or feel free to reach out to us directly if you have some policy request by emailing us at info@envisionblockchain.com or visiting our website at www.envisionblockchain.com. Thank you. Have a great day.